Hi guys, welcome to this week's video. I'm Laura.
And I'm Carlos.
And welcome to our channel called Our Journey on Pico Island.
So first of all, we just want to say thank you for the support on this last video. Looks like it got overwhelming response, retiring in the Azores. We totally appreciate all your comments, your positive comments, and a lot of emails. And
a lot of views.
A lot of views, and we're so happy for that. Obviously, it's a hot topic, and because of that video, we've decided to do this video, which is called Working Remotely, Sustaining Yourself on an Island like the Azores. And I think it's appropriate, and it's a great video to follow up the retiring, because some of you might be retiring, maybe semi-retiring, and that doesn't mean you're just going to be putting your feet up and doing absolutely nothing the whole time you're there. You might want to do some work.
Yeah.
And
or you're not retired at all and you just want to change your lifestyle and start working somewhere remotely on a beautiful island where there's peace and quiet.
Yes, peace and quiet, but it's not totally dead. You can definitely have a lot of good times on Pico and the other resort.
Sometimes a little too good.
A little too good. Sometimes when you least expect it. The most recent email I received from one of the followers, basically, I actually have it right here. I can read it to you. I've been enjoying your videos on YouTube about Pico and the Azores. It's not clear to me if you two have a business there and what it is. Is it tourism, or are you helping those wanting to relocate to Pico?
I'm going to tell you guys the 5 ways that we are sustaining or going to be sustaining ourselves.
So number 1 way is travel and tourism. Okay, so there's a lot of people all around the world in different destinations and different islands. Basically, some are working remotely and some are feet on the ground that involves travel and tourism. The second largest employer, biggest industry in the world is travel and tourism, which is attached to hospitality. I mean, it's endless, okay? In my case, I've had a travel business in Canada since basically 1999. And I've been in tourism since 1989. I have a company here in Canada called the Travel Guys Inc. And we work within Marlin Travel, okay? And basically 90% of what we book is down south to Mexico to Europe. So it's a full travel service, okay? We will be specializing more on Pico Island and the Azores, okay? And
for those of you that are just joining us, Carlos was born on Pico Island.
That's right. I was born on Pico Island, and the islands never left me. Okay? It's stronger than ever. And no, Laura is part of this.
And now it's in me.
Yeah, then Laura's part of this. But travel and tourism, I mean, that's one. This first one is a remotely. So I could be on the island. I have been on the island and booking trips for my Canadian clients that go to Cuba, they go to other places, right? So obviously other expats are doing the same thing with anything to do with a website, online, journalists, photographers.
But we are extending this business to focus on Pico Island and the Azores.
And the Azores. So that's the. So basically, we are setting up a company on Pico Island as well, a European Union company, which will represent Travel Guys, the Canadian side of the business. And other Canadian suppliers or tour operators. Okay, that's the plan. It's a process. It's longer. It's a lot of meeting people. I have some connections, but the bottom line is we want to promote the hell out of Pico Island and the Azores. We believe strongly in this destination. We feel that there's a lot of people out there that would love to come to a place like this. Obviously, watching our videos, you can see that.
And quite a few of you have already made it over there.
And some of you have made it over, and some of you are thinking of making it over. I've spoken to some of you and read your emails and your comments, and it's just...
And congratulations for following your dream.
Yeah, and that's very important. You got to just... following your dream and making it happen is not easy sometimes.
Yes, making it happen.
But I think, just, do as much research as you can, but have a love for it. And maybe just don't do it because of the money. That'll come. Do it because you love it. I think that's how you can get the most out of it, and you can balance it. You don't want the work to own you, the job to own you. You want to own the job.
Getting back in the rat race.
Exactly.
So now the second way we are going to be sustaining ourselves. And I'm sure, well, a lot of you that have watched our videos have seen our house that we bought and how we're in the middle of renovations, although it's been extremely slow and still slow, but we're getting there.
Well, I didn't think I had this much gray hair like I do now. But I think it's kind of double.
I just cover mine.
Yeah, it's been a slow process. For some, it's been positive being this slow, like we mentioned in other videos. We have more time to think about certain things, change certain things, but it's very slow.
Yeah, and we still, every time they do something in that house, it gives us hope and excitement.
Yeah, and it's not as easy being all the way here, but hey, it is what it is. And but this vacation rental event, when it's done, it's going to be our vacation rental that we're going to rent out. Obviously, it's more like feet on the ground. You have to be there. You have to take care of the clients, the guests. You're like a host, a representative. You're not only representing the island, you're representing your vacation rental. And this is something we're going to manage from our Portuguese company. We should also add that we've been working with a team, the important members of a team, like an accountant, a notary, a banker. These are very important. This way we can do everything like it's supposed to be, legal.
Yeah, so we are surrounding ourselves with a good team, and that's really key.
Yeah, because we're constantly learning, and we don't want the fear of not knowing something to stop us, right? So we put our trust on these people, and so far we're thrilled by the help we've gotten through these people. Down the road, we'll probably do more specific videos on our experience, let's say with our accountant or our notary or banker, especially if it touches with something else that we're doing, okay? And when we gather more information, because as we go through this, we learn. We're always learning.
Yeah, so we can pass on the information if it's something that if you want to open up a business in the Azores, we'll have the background experience to share.
Yeah, and the idea for the vacation when it's done is to share it with people that want to spend time in an unbelievable destination.
Yeah, because the view from our house is spectacular.
Yeah. Azores, Pico Island, the other islands, just peaceful, tranquility, safe, secure, beautiful, breathtaking views. We're going to put this place in places, Airbnb, Verbo, places like that. It has a lot of character as far as being an older house, but we are going to put some modern luxury to it without taking away too much of its soul, its spirit that this house has. Comforts, correct.
All right, so the third way that we are sustaining ourselves or will be sustaining ourselves is through real estate.
Yeah, so real estate, obviously we bought the house. We do have a video on it. We put it on the last one, our link, buying property in Portugal and the renovation. It's all there. You can check it out. And we've gone through it, buying the vacation. We already had bought land, so again, we learned from that. Now we bought the house. We can see ourselves doing this again, especially if the renovations go smoothly. Although
we did do quite a bit of work on the land. We actually cut down a lot of branches and trees ourselves.
We spruced it up a bit. But real estate's a big part of it. We believe in it. I think, and then there's a lot of older homes that need to be renovated instead of, waiting until fall completely. I think there'll be some good incentives coming up that the government will help build these older ruins. So we actually have one in our property, the Black Lava Home. Yeah. So we see opportunity.
That will be our next tackle after we finished renovating the house.
Yeah, we see opportunity in this area, maybe being even new builds. I mean, again, when we get more experience, we feel like we know a little bit more about it. We're working with the right people, like construction and
our architect,
which we already do. Then that's something we can get more involved in.
So one of the ways that we can help you followers, if you're interested in buying real estate in Pico especially, because that's where we are, is taking video of properties of interest.
Yeah, we have people actually ask for this. And it was not something we actually thought from the beginning. And I think Laura might have been the first one who said this might be something here. People keep asking about it. And especially people during the pandemic couldn't get over there. And they were in the US especially, or Canada. And they were sort of like, hey, I got some properties in mind. Do you have a good real estate agent? I really want to get there to see them. Because that's really what you should be doing. Number one, you should get over there slowly, take your time and look. the different varieties of areas on the island or islands and properties. I mean, it's that thing. Now, we thought, okay, well, when we get to the ready with this, we can actually be them. In other words, we can, if they have 3 or 4 properties, we can go and film them, like they just film everything and give our take on it, and then they at least have first-hand information, neutral, and that's the key word, neutral.
Yeah.
It was not the owner sending you the videotape. It was not a real estate agent. Then
because unfortunately, it's not all the real estate agents do a good job of taking pictures of the property,
or
right?
the owner. Just not staging is not a huge thing. We've noticed
No.
that, but we don't want to create. We want to just show you the raw, anyways. But I think it's good if you're there looking on your own. It's you're neutral. You're making your own decisions before you talk to a really good real estate agent or whatever.
Before you come over.
Or before you come
because
over.
you might see a house that we videotape and you're really interested in it.
Mm-hmm.
Then that's when you would come over and see it in person.
Yeah, and we got this idea when we did. We actually featured one of my friend's houses on one of the videos. We did get on that one. We got a lot of.
I think that's buying real estate in the Azores.
Yeah,
but we'll link that in the description.
Yeah, that was Azores and real estate, exactly.
Yes.
So it kind of from there we got okay. This is something we should have. People are asking for it, so that's one of the services. Obviously, you got to have your feet on the ground to go and videotape.
Yeah. So we're going to go over there in probably middle of January. So if there's a possibility, you see something that
down
you
the
like
road, just
down
let
the
us know.
road, just let us know.
We always refer people to a banker, notary, accountant, and in real estate. So now being there, it's going to be easier to work with the real estate agents, kind of just being a link, or I feel comfortable referring to them. But this is something we're still working on, but obviously we're going to have feet on the ground there. So this is an area, it's just guiding, being a link between North America and the Azores on Pico.
Yeah, and then you can just kind of take over from there. So number 4, and we have talked about this throughout our videos. We bought land to develop a glamping site. We decided not to do the tents, which was what we were originally going to do, just because that there was a lot of restrictions that we were finding. Plus with COVID, we hit some roadblocks. And the incentive that we were applying for was running out.
Yep.
So now we decided to wait until 2022 because there are going to be new incentives coming out.
Yeah, I mean, we basically were, after gathering all the information, and again, it was a positive thing, being there for a year, we understood what the holdup was. I think they loved the whole project, and hopefully most of that project will come into being because it was awesome. The 80% would have been approved. The tent kind of gave us some problems. The designation, they don't really know what glamping is per se. It is changing.
It's not that the tents would have been a problem because these tents were very sturdy. They very well
amazing.
built.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like Carlos said. It was because they don't have that designation, the glamping designation.
Yeah, they brought more rules and just little
things. And they
things.
may change that.
They may change. There is new legislation coming overall, like maybe for tourism, for businesses, and so forth. Let's wait and see. January, February is around the corner. We're in the middle of designing the units. We're going to go with cabins, a very unique cabin that we're trying to design. We want to do something that's always connected to nature. That's what we feel glamping is, and we're in the right spot there where we have this land.
And I think one of the other reasons why we decided to do the cabins is that so that we can rent it out all year round.
So that's a work in progress. We'll fill you up more on that as we learn more.
Fill you in.
We'll fill you in more on that, and
we can fill you up with wine.
Yeah, we'll fill you up with wine, and obviously we're designing it. There's obviously funding that we need to just a lot of things we're kind of now
working out,
reworking it, and so forth.
Yes. So number 5. Which is very exciting because it's my background. I used to own a clothing store, and this seems to be just kind of a good fit. So we're developing an online store, and we just received some of our samples because I've been working hard doing graphics and designing some of the items, and can't wait to show you guys. So we're actually going to throw on a few items. And let us know what you think.
Yeah, we will. I mean, yeah, she's been going at it. That's why she couldn't even get on
a few videos.
Yeah, she was just she basically threw herself into. And it's yeah, amazing stuff. Like she said, we ordered some products so we can see it, we can touch and just kind of get a good take on the quality of it.
Yeah, there's just a few things that we have to finish in order to make the store live.
Yeah. So when Laura came up with the idea for the store, I'm like, okay. And then I started going beyond. I know she has like years and years of retail, clothing especially, but I see the store even going beyond that, as far as, you know, we started meeting artists like Maggie and Charlie, for example,
Who you've seen in the video.
in the videos. And I think we could put, you know, do wall art, putting some of his prints on clothing as well, or bags. I mean, it's just so many things you can do with this.
It's pretty endless.
It's pretty endless. Postcards, photographs. I have some of my dad's pictures that he used to be the photographer. I have the negatives, some of these older pictures he used to take at Pico and so forth, and I want to revive them. I want to kind of dedicate, pay homage to him, and with some of these photos. That's something that we're hoping to do as well. So the site goes beyond clothing. I can see it's just incredible what we will be able to do with it, and at the same time it could promote Pico.
Having the store is actually another great way to support ourselves, and we really hope that you love the items that we've done. We still have more coming, but we're starting with a few of them.
Feel free to suggest anything, really, any ideas you might have for us that would be good on a shirt or something else. And by the way, I mean, when we first got into I think over 1,000 subscribers, you know, we could have gone on Patreon like a lot of other people to get support that way. Doesn't mean we'll never do it, but we just thought the store would be better. We would create something from our hearts, our soul, that you would like, and then you would order and you would use it, you wear it.
And it's promoting the Azores.
Yeah, and it will be promoting the Azores.
Yeah,
it all
so
fits in.
We're going to get to it. We're going to show you some of the designs, and let's get to it.
We hope you like it.
This is a box of samples that I ordered because I wanted to check the designs and the graphics and the colors. Okay.
Oh.
Here's one of them. Okay, I'm going to take it out of the package. And Carlos is going to try it on.
Let me just hold my...
Here we go.
I gotta hold my stomach in. Hold on. Okay, ready?
Drum roll.
What do you think? Feels really good, I'll tell you. Snug.
So this is our hoodie called Azores Lifestyle. And wait, we need you to turn around because it's a surprise on the back. There's our Azores octopus.
I feel like a model. No, you know what? This feels very comfortable. Not heavy.
It's a nice quality.
Hoodie on?
Yep. Looking good, looking good. So this size is a size large that you have on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. I think this, I do recommend sizing up on this item though. If you want it a little bit looser, it's nice. So we're going to show you the next item. One of my favorite animals on the island are goats. And we've actually shown a video where I was talking to the goats.
Well, there's another one up there doing the same thing. That's funny.
So I obviously had to make a design around that. So this is a little cropped hoodie, and it has raw edge on the bottom. So this is kind of a fun little item. I also have the design Azores Lifestyle on the sleeve, and again, I think if you want this is probably small. So if you want a little bit bigger, I size up. And I also have this graphic on the hoodie that you saw on Carlos. So you can check that out when the store is live. And let's check out the next item. Okay, here's the next one. I'm a purebred Portuguese.
Yes, I am.
Yes, you are. So this is a nice t-shirt that's quite soft and lightweight. So I thought it'd be
Yeah,
kind of
very
fun
nice.
to play on the words a bit.
Again, fits very well, and it's a very soft material.
Yes, yeah. So let's move on to the next one. So here's another design.
Nice.
Azores lifestyle, come sail away. I think a lot of you like to sail. So it also has the design on the sleeve.
Nice.
Yeah, so this one's, I really like this one. I also forgot to mention that a lot of these tops that I'm showing you are unisex, except for the cropped hoodie, of course.
I'll wear that. No.
All right, here's the next one. So these t-shirts, we're going to show the islands. This one here.
São Jorge.
And we also have one for Pico and Fayal right now.
Right now, but we are doing all the islands.
Yeah, we are going to do all the islands. Just need a little bit more time. Well, guys, we hope you enjoyed those items. We're quite excited about it. We'd love some comments, some feedback.
Yeah, any ideas you might have for any cool sayings on shirts, feel free.
Yeah, so we're really hoping to get the store live,
Soon.
online,
Soon.
hopefully by the end of next week.
Yeah, and then we'll just keep adding items to it as we make them, as Laura makes them. Right? Let's say the next 2-3 days we'll hope to get it up, and then we'll share.
Yeah,
the
we'll
link.
let you know in the community.
Yeah, so also wanted to say for the expats, some of the ones we've met, some of them have been there like for 10 years, 5 years, even more. And some of the activities, businesses that they've started, a lot of them have to do with tourism. So a lot of tourism activities, it could be climbing up to Pico, whale watching, diving. It's incredible. So it's the lodging. Some of them have actually started small resorts on the island. Okay,
Yeah, we actually have someone, they made beef jerky.
Oh yeah, they're from the
Amazing.
States, yeah, and amazing. I tasted it. I'm not a big beef jerky guy, but I think that was probably the first time tasting. It was amazing, and yeah, they're like entrepreneurs. They're actually younger than us, I think, or about the same age, and I think they have 2 businesses. Beef jerky. I think they were also doing catching crab, a crab company.
Yeah.
So you get a wide range. There's also a lot of people, actually moving their business to the Azores that I've talked to a few that need to be more logistically between North America and Europe, and the Azores is the perfect place for that. And so there's so much you can do there. Just whatever talents you have or experiences, you can definitely make it work on the islands.
Yeah. So guys, we're going to end the video here. So if you could please like and subscribe, we'd really appreciate it. Before we end the video, Carlos has something that he would like to say.
For any of us that have dreams and we're trying to get them to come true, it's always important to have people that encourage you, people that are positive, that are they're supporting you along the way, because not everyone's going to do that. And I've been fortunate enough to have a good friend of mine, my best friend, do that forever. And his name is Joe, and unfortunately he passed away this week or last week. And I just wanted to dedicate this video to him, okay? Because all the support and encouragement always made a difference.
Yes, and this is why one of the shirts that we designed from Sao Jorge, we were planning to give to Joe, and then we received the very sad news of his passing. And
when I just thought of doing this video, I thought of all the support he gave me over the years, and obviously Laura as well. But I've known him since I was 11, and I always remember every time we talked about doing something on Pico and the Azores, he was so passionate for me about it, and even before he passed away, we had a lot of talks. So I just wanted to dedicate this video to him, and we just didn't have enough time, and you will be strongly missed. And we used to say, for every Portuguese national team game, Força. And we're going to have a toast for him, Joe.
Yeah,
to
to
you.
Joe.
Sempre.